Okay, I'm not ready yet. I just need to make sure the stream's working. Okay, right, yeah. Okay, right that's working, it's working. Yeah, I don't know why I kept glitching out when I tried to start it. Right, okay. As you prepare something, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I think everything is fixed. Hopefully. Potentially. Yes? Yeah. We'll run with it until something breaks. Right, hello, 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 hello. Stream. Uh, yeah. I literally decided I was gonna stream like an hour ago. Uh, I'm just gonna mess around in Blender, make a little model, and I'm just gonna chat shit because I'm bored and I had nothing else to do today. So I thought, gosh, and I'll do it. So yeah, but hello, I don't even know if anyone's here, but yeah. Um, have I? Okay, yeah, I have set the scene up. Lovely, lovely. Is there any way? Random explosion, SFX. Bloody, I can't speak. Exact. Hello, kid adventure. Hello. Um. Okay, no, so don't hover over that, otherwise it will dox me. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. I can't. Okay. Peek. 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 Let me put my screen on. Hello. Bonjour. There's not even a point in me turning my desktop audio on. But yeah, Blender. I'm just gonna mess around and model, and I'm just gonna chat shit for a bit. What am I modeling? Gun. Why? I said a while back that before the 2-year anniversary of this channel, I either want to have a game produced or have a game in development. And I did mess around with this for a while. Around about like 2 months ago, where I started working on like a horror game. I then realized I like the idea. It's not feasible to do by myself. Why not model a gun? I am modeling a gun. Um, but yeah. What was it? What was I saying? Yeah, so I realized the project which I was originally going to do for the game to have like, you know, developing a game wasn't feasible to do by myself. I meant it in a different way, but okay. I'm confused. Either I'm stupid or I'm confused. Well, both, but yeah. Um, but I just thought, it'd be easier if I just make like little gun, put it in, code gun, make stupid little shooter game. So yeah, so I'm modeling a very cool gun, FAMAS. Uh, it has a knife on the front, but I don't know if I'll do the knife. The knife isn't always there, but yeah, I just like the gun, to put it simply. I've also been making a game, but Blender being Blender, fair enough. Yeah, yeah, I was about to say, I like Blender, but Jesus Christ, it fucking pisses me off sometimes. But yeah, I literally just like the first image. If you search FAMAS up on Google, it's like the first image that comes up, and I'm gonna model it because I just quite like how the gun looks. I like the big chunky thing. I'm not a gun person, but I also do look at a gun and go, "Ooh, okay, that looks kind of cool." But yeah, so I think what we need to do to begin with is we need to grab the image plane, rotate it by 90 degrees. I don't think it matters what way we rotate it. It does matter what way we rotate it. Okay, why is it done that then? Minus 90. There, I think make it around about 2. Yeah, that's around about 2. And then we simply move it back to about there. Why not? And now, if we go flat, a Dandy's World fan game. Are you? And I have a lot of things on added to the game. Audio notes. Are you allowed to do Dandy's World fan games? Because I swear to God, Quell came out saying like she doesn't like people using the characters. Like doesn't want people using the characters for anything, even if it is a fan game. I was under that impression for ages because I had a stupid idea for one like months ago, but I was like, oh well, even if I wanted to do it, I can't because shit doesn't allow fan games, or it doesn't like them anyways. But yeah, uh, bloody hell. Oh, that's gonna be kind of annoying because the back. Okay, can I change the color of the background, or am I? I think I'm stuck with that. Right, well, that could be annoying. But yeah, I think the best place to start is the barrel. Or do we start at the back? Nah, start in the center. Uh, not like modded, like my own style, but I don't know. Oh, do you mean like by Dan's World fan game? Do you mean games where it's like it's inspired, like a bit like Dolly's Factory? I've never actually played Dolly's Factory. I've just seen it around, and I think it's a Dan's World fan like type game. Do you mean more in the case of that it's um like it, not it is? Right. Okay. Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's allowed, of course. You can't like claim an idea, but yeah, okay. I think for now it's just simple block out. So GZ SZ, drag it up. Then we'll go SX and drag it along. This is just a very rough block out. I don't chat shit already. Let me cook. Let me cook. Because what I need to do is shit. SX bang, because then that is around about the middle bit there. Then what we do is we go edit mode, we go bang, bang, we go ES, GZ, more like Dan's World, and is not is Dan's World. Right, okay, right, yeah, fair. I would warn you though, because the game like that does seem like it would be very difficult to make. Okay, I think I need to maybe make that a bit smaller. There, drag it out, and then yet again ES, GX, like that, ES. Okay, let me actually just zoom in rather than like that. E. What are you making right now? I'm making gun, but I'm doing like the general block out. So it's not gonna look great. It's just trying to get the block out. Like for example, this would be thinner. So like this would be more like SY. Like that. But it's just about getting general block out so that I can, you know, then refine it and make it better. But then yeah, it's not about conform. It's just about using squares basically, squares and slants. Talk about slants actually, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it's slanted there, so it would probably be better if I just for now go line select, bang. That didn't work. Oh, so it's not gonna work because I've done it like that. What I'm gonna have to do actually is I'm gonna have to go face. I'm gonna have to restart. Okay, right. This is why you think about what you do before you do it, because I'm stupid. Main games is hard in general, honestly. I plan on making it difficult in some way. Fair. The most I can recommend when it comes to like making stuff is just don't go for too big of a scope. Like think about it first, because I assume this idea you're going for is is anyone else even working on this, or is it just you? Because it's just you, then I don't think it's a feasible idea. Because to put it simply, you're gonna have to do all the models, you're gonna have to do all the scripting, you have to do all the UI, solo dev currently. That's my logic. It is possible, but it will also take up the next 2 years of your life. like, that's very much like what you've got to think of. You've got to think about, is it feasible for this to be done as a solo project? Okay, wait a minute. What does this look like under here? Didn't mean to do that. Okay, why is it selecting it like... Okay, let me just... That's why it's selecting it like that, because I fucked it up. How did I even do that? Okay, there. Okay, so it has it slants up, yeah, so slightly slants up, so I'm just going to go SZ slightly. That's quite good. Along. But yeah. I do have some UI and some of the lobby though. Yeah, but then of course if we're talking about Dynasty, if you're making it as similar as possible. Okay, before I also get fuck myself over this early, let me just SY this until I'd say that's a decent thickness. I don't think that's too bad. Yeah. Blech. Yeah, it's just like thinking about it in a smart way. Pretty smart idea to put a picture of the rifle's reference. Trust me. This is what everyone does. Like, you have to have you have to have stuff up to help. Otherwise, it just isn't feasible to do. To model because, to put it simply, it is way too difficult to do so. Especially because, like, as I said, I'm not a gun person. Like, I'm British. We don't have guns over here to begin with. And also, let me also just move this around just so it's a bit more accurate. Has to cover like that. But I don't like that. Okay, yeah, general blockout. Remember, general blockout. Don't get details. Like this, I'll do in a second. Yeah. But yeah. It like this is like general practice and model. If you don't, what am I doing, man? Control R. Yeah, if you don't put in like a reference image, you're like, unless you're modeling something completely unique. But if you're modeling something which already exists, like reference images are so needed. Okay, let me go I. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, it's not gonna work then. Is it Control I? Nope. Okay. Well, looks like I'm just gonna do this the annoying way, which is extrude. But okay, let me see. Okay, I feel like I've just okay there. And then put it 0. Go to the edit here. I need to select the face which I'm currently on, which is going to be annoying. S, X, slightly, let's go 0.95. And then, because then that means I can go GX. Okay, there. I don't know what I did earlier. Negative 0. Wait, what was that again? I've short-term memory loss, man. Okay, just negative 0.002. That doesn't seem like it would be correct. And then what we can do is we can go Control M, not Control M, M by distance. It's not going to do it because I need to also select these. Okay, let me now just boom. M by distance, and then let me just turn that down. And that's just going to merge the vertices together. Is it? Okay, wait, no, I need to do it like this because Blender sucks when it comes to its vertices. There. So that just means that the vertices there get merged. Yeah, but it's going to take me years to complete the game as a solo dev. I do want to try and get some people to help, but I don't have the budget to do that for even a minute. So I plan on So I plan on character limit. I do plan on mapping out everything, then trying to get some people. Curse YouTube character limit. Yeah. I was going to say there 1,000,000% there would be people out there who would be like willing to get in on like a project like that, like, you know, either fans of Dandy's World, or if I go GX, is this gonna? Oh no, it's not actually. That's quite nice. I really didn't need to go through all that effort to do that. I could have done a much simpler way, but hey, I am stupid, so oh well. I'm also think. Okay, no, it actually works, right? Um, yeah, I was about to say, instead of making stuff, what I would do is, if I was you, I would conceptualize it first. I would make the concept of the game, because then that gives you something to go to people and go, hey, I've got this game idea. Do you wanna help me with it? And then people can go, oh well, you know, I like this, I like this, I like this. Yeah, sure. Because the issue is that you get to a point where you get so far in development that the project will be harder and harder and harder to sell to people. And also it's a case of, like, if you go through like ages and ages of doing it, then yeah. Okay, I need to remember how I do the thing where it. Okay, I need to know. Just delete that. Okay, there's a way which I can connect these. Give me a minute. I purposely saved this in my YouTube Shorts because I knew I would have needed this at one point. Wait, give me a minute. Okay, yeah. So what I need to do is I need to go and select these edges. Shit, I wasn't looking, and it popped up with something. Edit mode, and you select the edges here. So this is a little trick. Select edges, and then you go here. I keep missing the part. I am using control first because I actually didn't know how to do this. Bridge edge loops. That doesn't exist. Well, shit. Am I going crazy? Oh, okay, right there. Bridge edge loops, and you see it puts that back in. But what I can do now, number of cuts. What the fuck was linear? No. Close loop, maybe merge. Didn't mean to click twist, and then number cuts. Okay, I need to figure out why it's doing this. Is it the merge factor? No. Smoothness? Smoothness, maybe? Have like everything a fundamental Dandy's World fan game needs. At least in my case, tunes, abilities, some UI rarity, but not most trinkets, twisted abilities and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Just fair. Okay, let me put the number of cuts up to 2. Profile factor. I can bring that down to, let's say, 0.3. Smoothness, let me just put it at 1. Sorry, no, minus 0.3. And hopefully I can somehow get... Fucking hell. Yeah, this is annoying. I need to... How can I get these? Profile shape. Sphere. I think it was on smooth. Merge. Merge might be the plan. Because then if I do merge, what I can do is I can just go bang. Bang. And then just reprofile these. Okay, let me stop doing that. Let me do that because then that means I can select both of these. Yes. Bang. Yeah, okay. Oh, my stream is lagging. I don't know if the stream's lagging for anyone else. No, it's just me. Um, Also, a unique thing I plan out of my game is special music that players when certain tunes are live, kind of like Outcomes, Last Survivor, Standing Themes. That comes way later in development. Yeah, I was about to say, sell the project to people. That's what you need to do. Like with a project like that, sell the project. Like, don't don't like plan it out, sure, but you shit get it in a state where it's like you can um where you can go to like developers, other developers go, hey, or people who may want to help work on the game and go, hey, I've got this, it's a cool idea. Do you wanna be a part of it? Because as it stands currently, like you've got quite a big project there. I also need to. Why is it? Shit, yeah, this entire bit's on a slant, isn't it? I'm gonna have to bang GZ. I think that'll have to do, I think. Okay, what are these here? Why is that a face? What? What are the... Okay, let me just... If I just dissolve these, what's gonna happen? Oh, okay, wait. Okay. Right, I understand. Is that gonna be an issue? That's also gonna be an issue. It's a block out. We'll figure out the other bits earlier. Wait, you said sell the project or something? No, I don't actually mean like I don't mean like sell it in the case of go to someone and go, hey, buy this off me. What I mean by sell the project is is that you need to have plan out everything meticulously, and then if you want people to join your project, you need to sell them the project. Not in the case of you give them the project, but in the case of where you get someone on board with the idea. I don't mean like sell the project in the sense of, hey, I'm gonna sell this for like Robux. I mean sell the project in the sense of, ah, oh, this is how, this is what I'm doing, this is what I planned for the game. Are you interested? Don't go to someone and go, yo, do you want to buy it? I think we'll go bridge edge loops and then merge on this one. Then if we just go Control B, and then if we get that and just drag it out, scale it across the x-axis, and then scale it across the z-axis, maybe. And then what we can, or maybe if we bevel bevel, what would we bevel across though? These? No. Wait, no, I've just selected the wrong one, that's why. Fuck. And if we bevel, this isn't going well, I'll be honest. I think what I need to do is I need to just select that face and just drag that out. Okay, it doesn't look awful. Like, I did the scaling wrong up here. Fuck. Okay, let me just fix the scaling across the top here. Why am I so dumb, man? S. As I said, this is a block out, so it doesn't need to be perfect. This also should be thinner. So let me just grab everything and make it thinner than the middle bit, because this does need to be thinner. Oh, okay, I see. Oh yeah, I also have voting cards planned out as well. Yeah, I would say one thing is that don't make the game too similar, because a big issue I like you see with a lot of games, especially like nowadays, is people go, oh, I want to make a game like this, and then basically just copy like a shit ton of the stuff from it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I need to stop getting like, ooh, this looks shit. It's a block out. I'll redo it later and make it better. Um, but yeah, it's just going to be a simple block out, which then I can model over. But yeah, because what I need to do now is that goes out slightly. S goes down to there. I need to keep remembering that when I use S, I need to use SX, so then it doesn't stretch itself weirdly. S. This isn't looking great, but oh well. Yeah, again, block out. Now let me know. Let me know. Uh, yeah, that's fine. I do think that this should be smaller. Let me bang. Then what we do is just go SY. Wait, no, we go um uh, now we've got like hmm hmm yeah, I'll fix it when we actually model it. Do the model properly. But then across the bottom. GA? Wait, no, because I've got a ESX GA. Okay, let me stop trying to be fucking perfectionist. GX X, SX, GX, E. Wait, no. E. I'm not gonna do a little nib there. SX, GX, E. I don't know why I did that bit really, like, in depth. Yes. Drag it. No, no. E. E. S. Z. E. Bang, and then. That. And then grab that vertice. GZ. And then maybe grab this one. Yeah, but I've got multiple there. Okay, let me just grab the entire thing. A. Merge by distance. And then drag it down to 0.2 maybe. I think 0.2 will be fine. 0.2 doesn't mess that up. Yeah, I think 0.2 is fine. And then that means that if I... Okay, so what is that connected? It's connected to that. Why is that connected to that? It's a block out. Yeah, just... this... remodel it. Just get the shape. Understand what needs... What will be better separated. What will look better. Stop being a fool. Okay, let me drag it out a bit as well. Like that. Okay, let me drag that back because S, Z, G, Z, E. ES, SZ. Drag. Knife on top. We're not doing the knife. ES. Yeah, sure. Screw it. We'll make that. Yeah, again. Barrel. ES. GX. It's so off-centered, but you know what? Screw it. And then, yeah, a little bit at the end. Just, ES. E. Right, so that's the kind of shape we need. So if we just hide that, you can see. I'd say it looked pretty bad at one point. General shape we need. So I think a good thing to do now is just go and just look at it separately. I think if we're doing it, I should split it up into parts. I think actually, yeah, I think this bit should be separate. I think that bit should be its own individual bit. I think the bit at the front here, bit at the front here, should be a different bit, not subdivide, separate. So I think they should be different bits within the main barrel here. I think the clip, well, I think the hand, the grip should be separate, a separate bit, and I think the clip should 1,000,000%. This bit here should definitely be a separate bit. And then do I split the gun into two, or do I think nah? Okay, no. I think this. Okay, that bit's meant to be. And then let me just. Right there. Yeah, so then, okay, so there's the multiple different parts we're gonna split. So, okay, right, yeah. Multiple different parts we're gonna split. So let me just color code them really quickly with just random ass colors. This can just be pink. This can be green. This can be blue. This can be yellow, and this can be red. These are different parts, so that's 5 parts. 5 parts of the gun we need to model. Well, individually, to get the best luck of the FAMAS. So yeah, so of course this is very undetailed, this is very bland. Boo, not good, very not good. This is what not like a realistic replica, because I don't think that's fully realistic, but I think it's, I think it is, I'm not even going to say plausible, but you understand, we need to take this, and this is just going to be a little blueprint we're going to have off to the side here. Just so I know, right, I'm modelling this bit, then this bit, then this bit. I think the first bit we need to start with is that middle barrel. I think the middle barrel is the smartest thing to start with, like the actual body of the gun. So, yeah. So let's do that. Right, cube. Do we use a cube or do we use a cylinder? I haven't thought of that. Let me look at If I look at a FAMAS, it is quite, yeah, right, yeah, we definitely use a, right, okay. I think so much I'm going to do as well quickly is on this one thing to notice that it kind of like shrinks in. So if I was to do this, the way the FAMAS kind of works is it's normal, 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 and then above here, it like shrinks in like that, like here-ish, like that kind of. I'm not gonna put it on there, but it's just, need to keep into account the head-on lock of the gun. So yeah, let's go. So now we're doing actual model. So if this one sucks, then you can fairly criticize me. But yeah, so I think to begin with, let's just down GX, GZ, and then SX like that, GX, And then what we can do is actually, no, it'll be better if we make it around about how much we want it. About that, I think. And then we move it to the middle here, because then why is it done that, man? No, GX. I think what might help is we slightly rotate the image, maybe. No. Let's not mess around with rotation, because if I just go X. No, actually, no. Let's mess around with rotation of the image. GX. You can see that it's slightly going up. So if we just make it so that, like that, where it aligns a bit better, might help us out that little bit. Probably won't. I'll probably still make this look dog shit, but yeah. Okay, and then what we do is we bang, and then what we do simply is we grab that and we move it up to there. We then extrude that out. Okay, let me also grab this at the top and up, because you can see here, the dark bit here is kind of where it begins to bevel inwards. So that's my logic. Logic is as well is, well, I'll go into that later actually. But yeah, and then what we do here is we simply put it at an angle. No, we don't. What we do instead is we E to extrude out, GX, get rid of these at the bottom, and then what we do is we go bang, 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 new facial edge, bang, 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 F, bang, 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 F. And then what that does is it gives us that, but that don't even look good, so yeah. The most I could think maybe is if we put like a point there, a line, drag it out a bit, then we take, I don't even need to do that, man. Take that and drag that up like that. Yeah, well, yep, that looks better. I think what we do as well actually is, quickly, GZ. I think what we do is, because what I've also just realised is that the gun isn't perfect. And let me just go GX, just to make these a bit better. GX. I've messed this up already. Okay. E. Right. Okay. Okay. Right. So, is the bottom bit isn't the shadow. Bottom bit. I need a picture of it head on. The bottom bit there. Hello. Right. Fucking. Okay. I think the issue is the picture I've picked isn't great. Because, like, yeah, the picture I've picked isn't great. Let me just quickly The fuck is that gun? Doing ability balancing, don't mind me. Gun. Yes. Give me a minute. Let me just let me just go get a better picture because the picture I'm using does kind of suck because it's weird. The bottom of it is weird and jaggedy, which isn't really like most FAMASs. Most FAMASs are not really like that at the bottom. Looks half gun, half knife. It has a knife on the front. I'm not doing the knife on the front. Because I don't want the knife on the front. I just liked the gun. It's the first image on Google. But let me actually just get a better image, just so then I'm not, the one I've got on my phone looks quite good. It's that one, I think. Yep. Image, mesh plane, and let me just go get the image I've just downloaded. No, bang, -90, GY, right there. Right, new picture of gun. I don't know why it's tall. You can see it's kind of the same, but you can see at the bottom it's more like this. The other one, just the shadow, like the shadows on this one are much better when it shows, when it comes to like actually showing the gun, if that makes sense. Um, so yeah, it's a lot simpler, looks a lot better. Yeah. Um, right. So let me. That is my. But I probably should have picked a way better reference image at the start. So we're just gonna line it up there, and you can see it lines up pretty nicely. What we're gonna do is we're gonna grab these faces. Actually, no, we're gonna grab this face, and we're gonna. No, actually, no. We'll grab these ones, and we'll go GZ until we get to a bit which I'm happy with. Then we're gonna go GX to drag it in. Go GX again because we need to drag it in again. Actually, no. I'll go GX on both of these, just so we have a straight line. Then we go E to about there, and then we simply go GZ and drag it up. So then that's at the front done. That's the front. Then E along, E up. I think that might be a bit too. You get as central as possible. And then what we can do actually is we can just drag that along like that, and then what we can do is that, Control B to bevel, then just move it along a bit slightly, grab the two bits underneath, GZ, shit, we need to then, there, SX, up, down, bang, 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 GZ, boom, there. Brother Dandy's World update that came out yesterday is Slash was so buggy. I said I've not played it. I don't play the game anymore, so I'd love to comment on that, but I can't. Okay, so yeah, so we go all the way back. Don't worry, I'll fix the slanting. just, you know, just need to, for now, drag that there. Need to drag this along. Bang, bang, GZ. There. So for now, it's a bit thick. I'll thin it down a bit, don't worry. Make it look good. But, yeah. Yeah, so thankfully that's quite nice. And then here, that kind of goes all the way down to here. And then E. And then, yeah, this bit's gonna be annoying because, in fact, that just goes directly up and goes out of that bit. Shit. I think the way to do this will probably just be that, and then drag. No, because that's not gonna work. Hate these bits, man. I think the way to do this maybe is gonna be with loop cuts. So what I need to do is I need to let me there. I need to go K. There. There. No. I'll just find. No, I don't want to. Right. From here. About there, maybe? No, fucking. Fuck's sake. I hate this stupid fucking tool. I don't want to be stuck on X. Why am I stuck on X? Oh my. I hate this shit so much, man. Why? Z. Fucking S. I don't. What the fuck? Wait, what? And then I just need to go, you know, somewhere over here. Bang. Bang. Why is it stick? Why am I stuck on the fucking? I hate the knife tool so much. The knife tool just never ever wants to fucking cooperate. What is? What do you mean? Shift T. Well, it doesn't see. What's going on? Blender's being difficult, and knife tool, I'm cutting vertices and it doesn't cut on the other side, man. You know what? Get me off the knife tool. Stop using. I'm going to lose. I fucking hate this knife tool. Oh my, every time I use this knife tool, it just fucking rage baits us. There, thank God. Right. Oh, and now I need to... No, I don't want to go... I'm going to lose my mind. Escape. Right. Okay. Let me... one thing I'm going to do as well is I'm just going to shrink the model down massively. Merge by distance. Okay, let me go 0.101. And what this is going to do is it's going to make it flat, I think. If I go up here, statistics. Yeah, so this is just going to make it flat. And it just means that when it comes to stuff, it's just going to make it a lot easier. Okay, what we need to do is drag that up. That up there. Like that. GZ to go down. And then also in the middle here, there's two little bits. There's a little bit here which I can extrude and then go SX. Look at that! Boom! And then all we need to do now is go K, go here. Just need to then line it up similarly to that. There. And then what we can do is we can simply just go bye bye, delete that face, and we should just now be able to move this up into where we need it to be, which is about there. Just move that along, move that down, move that down, move that along maybe slightly. Remember, Michael, if you're going to move stuff along, do it together so it doesn't break everything. Like that. But every time I post my art, I presume someone makes a comment about which ends up me disliking the art, deleting the post, and changing my art several hundred times. I mean, the person doing that is likely just trying to be a twat. So if I was you, I just wouldn't listen to him, to put it simply. Yeah. Yeah, just don't listen to people. Some people are just bellends. Some people will just spend their life, you know, fucking trying to just go, oh well, you're not good at this, you're not good at that. Just put it simply, just don't listen to people on the internet. But yeah. Now we go like that. Oh shit. Along to about there. I'm not gonna copy the back of this. I think I'm gonna do like the hard cut back of it on this one. Maybe. No, I do actually. I'll do a back, which will be like that, and it'll go down. So what I'll do now, so I'll get the bottom line. Down. I can just press S now because you can't scale wrongly. Like that, and then we have this G X. Yeah. This, and then that bit might just have to be so much we add later. But then now, you can see this is the entire bottom side of the gun. What we can do now is we can grab everything we've done and we can extrude it along the y-axis by 0.05, and you can see we have the barrel. Look at that. That actually looks quite good. I'm actually really happy with that. Maybe a bit thicker. 0.125 maybe. Yeah. Then what we do is we simply move it in the middle. Minus 0.03. I think. How do I? Wait a minute. GY SY EY. I think there. Let's go minus no point no. No, fuck. Point no. Let's go 0.075. No, 0.75. I'm the type of person that tries to be perfect and get mad at myself for not being good enough. So whenever someone makes a small comment like that, I feel like I'm not doing enough and I can do better. I understand. I'm very similar in the case of no matter what I do, I'm very pessimistic. Oh, I can always do better. Someone points out a flaw, I'll get really obsessive over it. But what you've also then got to realise is that that doesn't mean that you should be disappointed in your previous work. It means that, right, at the end of the day, you're never gonna be perfect. You're never going to be perfect when it comes to whatever you do. Very rarely people will put something out and it'll be completely perfect. Even the best of people in every single one of their fields, whatever they put out will be flawed. It will be flawed. There'll be errors in it, but it's about, you know, having your own unique style. You know, having basically just ooh shit. Basically just, you know, having error evaluating number. What the fuck do you mean? Is that no? That's not even in the middle. What? 0.075 maybe? Okay, I was point 0.01 2. Okay, it's definitely 2 5 2. Okay, that's central, and then what we can do now is we can go bang, and then we can go all transformations, and now it's good. But as I was saying, people are just twats. People will just say shit because they know it'll get people on it'll get people down. And I understand wanting to be perfect, but it doesn't mean that, like, I think, for example, a lot of my old videos I think are dog shit. I've put out so much dog shit on this channel, and I don't delete it because I look back on those videos like, yeah, there's errors, but I keep it up because I can look back on it and go, right, well, this is how much better I've got since this. Yeah, there might be errors in my videos. There's stuff which I fuck up in my videos, like even now, but it's like it is just about, you know, well, you shouldn't let just like one mistake just, you know, completely like ruin what you've worked on, if that makes sense. But yeah. Also, how should the stamina scale, like in terms of how much stamina do I get for a star in the stamina pool? It matters how quick you want to make the running. Like if the running is like, let's say you walk like a speed of 2, if it let's just say it scales to 10. So the fastest character sprints at like, well, okay, no, let's just say like a 3-star character movement speed. Can that character outrun? Like, how quick will that character be? Because that's what we've got to think about when it comes to stamina. At the end of the day, if your characters are incredibly quick, don't give them much stamina. But if your characters are still going to be, like, if the speed isn't going to increase that much, then, you know, if speed doesn't increase that much, then give them a lot, if that makes sense. Like, people can give me so many compliments about my art and stuff, but then one person says something bad, and it kind of results in an infinite cycle of that, you know. Yeah, that's the thing. At the end of the day, there was a psychological test they did on a bunch of people, and what they found was that we pick out the negative stuff people say. Good example is I get so many compliments, quite a lot. I get so many compliments about like, oh well, hey, this was a really good video. Oh, you're entertaining. But the one comment I remember the most was just a comment I got of someone just calling me an awful person. And it's like, as much as I don't care about the comment, I still remember the comment. It's just about, at the end of the day, if you give power to people's words, then people will use that, to put it simply. If you show people that, like, by deleting your art, for example, it shows to people it shows that one person who leaves the horrible comment or whatever, it shows them that you're making sure that their opinion matters. And don't get me wrong, people's opinions are fine, but what you need to differentiate is whether the person's being a twat or whether the person's actually trying to help. Like, it's what I've always said. I don't think there's any issue of someone turning around and going, I don't like what you've done. I don't like you messed up on this. If this video wasn't good, I would have preferred if you did this. All of that. But what it is that it's about differentiating. Are those people trying to be nice about it because they want to see me improve? Or are those people simply doing it because they just want to be arseholes? And what you need to do is then go, right, this person wants to see me improve. Right, so you know, I'll take that on board, I'll take that advice. And if you realise the person's being a twat, and the person's just trying to get under your skin, you just need to realise, I just should ignore this. And I understand that it will be difficult to ignore that, and you'll remember that. But it's just about, don't let that outweigh the positives, and don't let that outweigh anything else. Because at the end of the day, if someone is just trying to get under your skin, then don't value what they say. Only value criticism if you know that person is trying to be helpful. So yeah, I give 3 flat more speed per second. Also, when the character sprints, how much should the movement increase speed? That's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. No, kid. Basically, if like when you're doing that, let's just say the speed increase. Let's say you said the movement speed is going to be 3. Flat more speed. 3 more speed. So that means, I could be wrong, that means you have 9 speed for 3-star character. So let's just use that as an example. If you make it up when you sprint, it gives you a 1.5 times speed increase. That means that your speed increase will go up to 13.5. How fast is that compared to the twisteds in your game? Because if that's not that quick, then for a 3-star character, and let's just say they have 3-star stamina, 1 star's 8 movement. Right. Okay. Right. Yeah. Fair. So okay. Let's use these new numbers then. 3-star. So then a 3-star movement speed character will be 24 movement speed. So let's just say it's a 1.5 times bonus, right, for sprint. So you get So you go 1.5 times as quicker. That means in total you will go 36. You have 36 movement speed. If your twisteds, let's just call them twisteds for now. If your twisteds only move at about 30, well, no, if your twisteds move at like 20 speed, if your twisteds move at like 24, so if they move at your walking speed, then you aren't going to give. Then the stamina shouldn't be that much. However, if you're twisted, move at like a 32, then you need to give them a lot of stamina to actually give you a chance to get away. So what you need to plan to actually give stamina a use is you need to plan out how fast you want your twisted to move. You also need to then think of a good balancing scale, as you don't want one star to be awful, but then you don't want, like, yeah, one star's not going to be good, but you don't want one star to be unplayable and then 5-star to be too overpowered. You need to think of the balancing, basically. I would love to give you a direct, straight up answer, but I can't, because when making this type of stuff, you need to think about multiple different elements, because at the end of the day, the stamina is then linked to your movement speed. It's linked to the it's linked to the twisteds. You've got to plan out everything before, rather than just giving random numbers to stuff, thinking, oh, well, I'll make it a 25 stamina increase. Because if you do a 25 stamina increase, and then you find actually stamina's useless because it 9 times out of 10 it's like you're going to run out of stamina before you can get out the twisted sight, then the balancing is correct. To put it simply, you need to just plan out a lot more before you then start like, it might seem simple, but like, for now, put a number to it, but don't run with that number. You plan stuff out and, meticulously think, is this going to cause good gameplay? What's the balancing of this? So yeah. Anyways, let me now, because what we need to do now is we need to grab every single one of the top faces. I meant that, like, 1-star movement is 8. For every star you get 3. Oh, okay, right. Okay, that's fair. But still, do you understand my point, though? Because even if we take those new numbers, like, it's still the same point. Just, you need to movement speed, enemy speed, fair balanced gameplay is what you need to think about before you then start putting numbers to stuff, like, straight up. So yeah. Okay. Okay, so now I've got the fun bit of what I've got to do. Is I have got to now do the top bit, so bang. Okay, so I'm gonna need to E up. And some tests will be faster on 3-star movement. Yeah, that's my point, though. It's about plan out what you want certain things to be before you start putting numbers to it. Don't make the numbers and then conform everything around the numbers. Conform the numbers around what you're making. Okay, yeah, so I can see it's there, so that means if I go K and bring out this godforsaken awful knife tool, I could do that, because then what I can do now is I can lower it, and then that needs to be, why is that like that? Right, okay, I know why that's like that. I shouldn't have dragged, yeah, I need to keep it like that for now, because I need to do the top. Yite! What I can do now is I need to grab. Why is. Bruh. Right. E. Z. Okay, now let me just put this here, and then do that again, and then enter. Because then what I could do here is GZ, no, GZ there. No, wrong thing, GZ. That then goes like that. Do another K for the knife cut. That goes like that. Enter. Extrude that up. Okay, no, it's not going directly up, so then bang. So, I low-key saw a kid across the street from my school. He was low-key on the ground choking with like 8 adults, just like not doing anything. What, like now? I mean that's concerning, to say the least. I actually think it might low-key be better if we just don't do these verses for now. Yeah, this could be difficult. I probably should have did this together a week ago. Okay, right, a week ago. I assume they were doing something. I assume they weren't just letting this poor kid perish. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is this. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do. Okay, wait, no. And then I'm just gonna include that. And if I'm not wrong, yep. Because what I can do now is I can bang, dissolve, and now this is all one face, which means now what I can do, G is E to go up. I don't think I've did this correctly. No, I have. Okay, I might have actually been cooking. I'm just doing this just so I can actually make sure everything is connected correctly. So yeah. Then what we do is we go GZ to give it the slight ramp. And then we can see here, it doesn't really ramp. Okay, let me drag that there, because what I want to do is drag that out there. E Z then what we do is GZ. We get that like perfectly in line. We then delete that. I'm not 100% sure it's the same kit though. I mean, yeah. Then what we do is we go bang, 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 new face, and then what we do as well is we just go here, K, bang, X, bang, and it hopefully cuts it off. Yeah, bang. Yeah. Actually, might make it increase by 4/3.5. Fair enough. I'm not sure if something could do look like him. My messages keep getting blocked out. Yeah, I'm not surprised that they're getting blocked, but yeah. How many? I've got 69 vertices in this model. Nice. Uh, I low-key think. If I were to do that, yeah, that's not connected, which is the issue. So if I go GZ, and then merge to last, it's not great topology, but it works. Could be better, but me. And then from here, what we do is we grab that, then we grab that. EZ, and then GX, like that. And then we need to go back down here. We need to put a. No, wait. X. What we need to do here. So we need to extrude this. What's the x-axis? All the way there. Let me make sure. Okay, right, yeah, that worked well. We're gonna go K. Okay, wait. And then across here. M. Lovely. Tell me why I went to my to see my sister's cheer game and a kid got tackled. I assume that's. I assume that just happens. Does she not like do I cheer? Do you mean cheerleading? Or do you mean something else? EX cheerleading. Yeah, I assume it's like a NFL American football thing. I assume. Would this not be? It was basketball. Oh, okay, yeah. Knee clue then why he got tackled. I thought it was gonna be like American football. So I say, well, isn't that not what just happened? But yeah, I don't think that's meant to happen in basketball, gang. I made this so much more difficult. I should have just modelled this bit as well when I instead of just doing the bottom and the top. Should have. I love making my life difficult. Okay, let me E. So I have to do. new face, and then E. If I then go F, if I'm not wrong, then yeah, so then what I need to do now is just E, F. This won't be perfect, but oh well. I mean, it was like the guy, so maybe the coach just taught them to be extremely rough, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I don't know what it is, I've always found cheerleading a really, like, weird thing. I don't know if it's just because we don't really have it over here in, you know, the fucking T-land, United Kingdom. Um, but, I don't know, I've just always found it a bit weird. Because, you know, it's a very, like, I don't know, T-land is crazy. I mean, you know, very, I don't even like T. T's fucking rancid, I can't lie, but, yeah. Why am I doing it like this? Why? No, let me go back. Delete these. Delete that. Let me not just... I'm fucking stupid. T sucks. I wholeheartedly agree with you. Yeah. Okay, wait, let me delete that again and let me drag it up with that. F. That. I don't think there's any, like, bad errors here. Right, and then... I don't like this bit, I think I'm gonna redo it. Right. Let me think. My friend made me drink tea once, and yeah, as I said, my dad's proper big fucking tea drinker, but I just think it tastes like dog shit, to put it simply. Okay, this bit I think is actually part of that, so I think I've just got boop, boop, E, X. Let me actually go with GX slightly. Let me then delete that. F, and then that, just for topology, I coughed it up and through. I coughed up through my nose. Well, that is lovely, to put it simply. Yeah, I think this is largely... Yeah, so now I think I've just got to do the thing. EY. Point naught A. Let's just go... Actually, no, let's go 0.06. Actually, A. Because then what we've got to do is we've got to go there. How are we going to do this? Because, yeah, that's not going to work. Do we not SY that? Bit like that? I think that's how, and then we just grab the entire thing and SY it. But then that's not good. Okay, wait a minute. I think the way to do this is go EY and then go 0.04. 5. Okay, let's go 0.5. And then the reason why is because what we do is we then go here at the bottom, too high at the bottom, and then we do the same thing. We go S, Y, and if we do the math, 1.5, bang. Let's go. What if we go 2? 2 looks good. Because then that's, yeah. Yeah, you know what? Actually, would it not be easier if we then that and then just simply okay, wait, no. It looks a lot. Okay, I can't lie. Imagine you accidentally delete it. Deleting it's not an issue. Like, I can't just press Control Z to get it back, so deleting it isn't really an issue. Let me also watch some here. Okay, how do I get this Sentinel? Okay. Right there. Shift A, Control A, all transformations, puts the origin point back in the middle of the mesh, meaning that. I think I still need to scale that a bit more out and then just scale it in. Yeah, I think that's so difficult because I want to do something like that, but then it doesn't really matter because when I scale back in, it's just going to go really thin again. That. Yeah, you know what, screw it, that looks good. It's not as far in as I want. No, you know, actually, that's probably fine. Oh, uh, every like app or something like Blender doesn't make it, so if you delete it, it's not coming back. A lot of them do now. It's just hotkey. So like there's no option here, but if you press Control Z on your keyboard, it will bring it back. Like a lot of them have started doing it because, to put it simply, it was an issue. Fuck, it's been nearly 2 hours. You know what we'll do? We'll do the stock. We'll do the clip, and then wow, end stream. So we'll just do this down here. But the good part is now that because we've did the main bulk of the gun, these smaller bits should be a lot easier. So yeah. Okay, no, wait a minute. I need to turn that off. GZ. Then we'll need to just go bang. There, because then what we need to do is we need to go for these at the top. Yeah, again, actually. Actually, it would be so much easier if I SY. And just keep SYing it until we get really small. Merge by distance. There we go. So then what we can do now is EZ GZ merge to last. Boom! Don't end stream. I kind of. I mean, I'll have to eventually. Can't stream forever, and it, you know, it is getting very, very late. You can literally see the time at the bottom right. Actually, no, this will be much easier if I just easy up here. F, bang. I'll do it like that, just so then. Yeah, there we go. I've got the clip. I've just got to do the other bit. How do I do this? I think E, and then. Oh, okay, no, okay, yeah, EX to go there. EX, and then EZ. No. And then simply because this will be smaller, we'll just go easy on both sides, and then F to connect. And now what we're just going to do is we're just going to go through F. Uh, yeah, again, it's much easier way I can do this. EX, grab that, EZ, SX, 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 Essex, and then I just put in a straight line, bring it down to there, boom. This looks so hard, man. I could never. It's not. It looks difficult just because like I know hotkeys and I know stuff like that. Like I'd say a good 50% of Blender is just knowing what certain stuff does. Like it looks much more difficult than what it is, I'd argue. Why is this? Oh yeah, because it has to be there. But this line is low-key annoying. Yeah, because I need like the creases in it. So how am I gonna do that? Let me delete this. Okay. This is what I've got. Let me. Right. X. Right in the middle there. And what we do is we grab that. Down to there. Easy. Down to there. Can you like sculpt your own shapes and stuff? There is a sculpting thing, yes, but I don't use it because, to put simply, I am dreadful when it comes to sculpting. Then what we can do is we can just go boop. F. 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 Bang. Then what we can do, when we solidify it, is we can do something cool. I want to try something with this. So, I'd say it's largely done. So let me, I think, to begin with, let me select the faces of the clip because the clip's gonna have to be smaller. The clip's gonna have to be smaller. So let me bang bang. EY, let's bring that out by 0. Actually, 0.35. No. Let me bring it out by minus 0.3. Why is it doing that though? I don't understand. Wait, are there? No. Right. I think I know why it's being annoying. Right. Is it because, yeah, you've still got drag out all as one, right? Okay, okay, quickly, let me just take the demo gun, hide it, bang. Out to there, 0.02, grab it, EY, along to minus 0.4. Minus 0.04 right there. Then what we need to do is, because let's just sy it a bit. So what we need to do now is we just need to go back to the top. We need to grab the bits we need. We need to grab what do we need to grab? We need to grab everything but the clip. Like that as well, maybe. No, I don't think we actually need to grab that. I don't think we need two as well. That, because what we need to do is we just need the ESSY thin it, just so it's not the same size. Come on! I'm actually really happy with that. E. Exactly. One thing I will have to do, I've just noticed, is on this side. Let me just boom. K. Z. There. No. Fuck. There. There. Lovely. And then on the other side, K. Bang. Z. There. That work? And the reason why we're doing that is so then what we can do is we can go line. Well, actually, yeah, you know, yeah, we can do it like this. Grab these lines, grab these lines, grab this line, grab this line, grab this line. And you can see these line up with the little indents. We can go Control B to bevel. Just peak. And then if we go Alt E, we can. It's not Alt E, is it? Alt E? Yeah. Extrude along normals. And I'll show you what extrude along normals does. It does this. As you can see, it extrudes it along the normals of the thing. And then we can indent it. Bang! Look at that. It's not the most clear in this slide, but if I go... Okay, it's definitely not clear in that. Like, if we just go like this, get rid of the look through. It's not the most clear, but you can see it has the indents. Let me maybe Alt E. Actually, if I just go EY, is that not just... Yeah, EY might actually just work better. But then what is that? Okay. Let me get rid of the bottom. Okay, wait a minute. How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do this? Because it's not looking good. Like that, and then maybe if we instead of I'm also curious, what is that? That's really not noticeable, who cares? The gun's gonna be so small and no one will even notice that little mistake. Bang, bang. And then what we can do is that if we just go SY, if we go SY, and also drag. Fucking hell. Also drag these maybe. Topology's not great, but I think it should work. So then if we go SY, bevel it in. Is it messed up at the top? No. But one thing I am going to do is I'm just going to fix it on these little bits. What is that? That's that. Okay, it's so little. I don't think the model's broken. So I'm not gonna focus on that too much. Yeah, that looks... Yeah, I'm happy with that. That looks good. You know, I think for now, I'm gonna end this. We got this far in about 2 hours. Fucking hell. Yeah. Good bit of progress. I've already finished this off stream. Yeah, I might also see if I can... It looks fine, actually, from this. Like, you can't... Like, it's not until you get incredibly close you could tell, like, it's not great here. In fact, actually, I've just had an idea. That won't work. It won't work. It won't work. Yeah. I actually have a feeling I know what the issue is. Yep, Never mind, I can fix the issue, I think. Has that fixed it? Yeah, that actually fixed it as well, I think. Come on! Oh, I'm so good. I'm so good at this. I'm so not... This is quite scrappy. I'm happy with how it's looking. I just don't think the topology's great. I mean, if we grab it at the moment, you can see 360 vertices, 729 triangles is quite a lot. Like, yeah, this will definitely need remeshed. This will definitely need redone, like for optimization. But I'm happy with it anyways. But yeah, thank you to everyone who's been here. Thank you to everyone who's watched. I've also had that Google tab open for a while. Thank God I didn't click on that just so I don't dox my email. But yeah, thank you. Thank you. I've actually had quite a bit of fun just sat here modelling because I enjoy this. It's what I do. I do it at college. It's what I want to do in the future. So yeah, but apart from that, thank you to everyone who's been here. Thank everyone who's watched. Thank everyone who's just, you know, watched me yap about this or I've yapped with about other stuff. And yeah, yeah, I'll see you video tomorrow, maybe. Yeah, video tomorrow. And yeah, I'll see you in whatever I'm doing next. So yeah, goodbye.